Hey, so this is a bit awkward. Today is the 11th of February, 2017. So I was supposed to be, I'm going to cut right to the chase here. I was supposed to be recording these weekly since I got here in September, which you might notice was several months ago. Uh, and I really haven't been. I've got a few that I like started and then just never finished. As I wanted to edit them into something better, and I didn't. I don't really have anything to say to say about that. I kind of didn't do it. I was busy getting settled in, and then I just kind of kept putting it off. And now the first semester is actually over. Uh, so so yeah. So I guess I should talk about the semester. I didn't really travel around Japan any. I've seen some stuff around Kyoto, but I'm not gonna lie. The first couple of months, up until probably about December, I was getting just exhausted all the time, like mentally and physically. I'm not in the best shape, but I have lost some weight. Between the right before I left, I had a checkup in America, the health check and all that. And between then and the health check they made us do here, about a month and a half later, I lost uh, about 15, 16 pounds, which I mean isn't really a lot once you get to a point, but it's not nothing, at least. And I mean, I've definitely lost some weight since then. Some of my clothes fit a lot better, so that's a plus. And my jeans are a little bit loose now. Uh, but yeah, so there's that. For the semester, it's done now. Took finals a bit ago. Uh, and it's yeah, I feel really awkward with this one. I don't really know what to say. But I'm gonna go back to making them weekly-ish. I hope. I do have some stuff like I did a made some like little survey things and had like Japanese friends take them and then like send it to other people. So I need to make a video out of that at some point. Uh, and I'd like to like interview people or something. Though I don't know how I'm gonna work that. But yeah, this kind of got away from me, and then I pushed it off and pushed it off and pushed it off, and now we are about halfway through, and I don't really have anything to show for this project, which is not good, not good. Well, you know, hopefully I will be able to make up for the missing content with everything coming forward. I have some other things to talk about. I find myself suddenly at a loss of things to say. I've made a lot of good friends here. You know, from people from all over the world, guys from here, people from here in China. Wow, wow, Ian. Here in Japan. Brain got all muddled up there. I was trying to say in the dorm we've got like just friends with the dorm in the dorm. We've got people from China, people from Korea, a couple guys from Africa. We got dudes from all over Europe. Got a guy from, I was gonna say South America, but he's adamant that it's Central America, and he would know better than me, so I'm gonna say Central America. Nobody from South America. El Salvador. Uh, got three other Americans, and two of them also go to UNC. Had never met them before coming here. And then a guy from, I want to say Minnesota, or I'm gonna say Minnesota. I don't know that I'm right. I'm gonna say Minnesota or Michigan. Something north with an M. Yeah, we got that. Outside the dorm, made a few Japanese friends. Not people I hang out with as often as I probably should. The guy I hang out with the most is he is Japanese, but ironically enough, he is He spent a few years living in Tennessee when he was, I think from when he was like 9 to 15, because his family moved to Tennessee for his dad's work. To the point where when I met him, I thought he was another exchange student who just lived somewhere else. And I asked him where he was from. He said he was from here. And I said where was he from originally, and then he looked at me like I was the biggest idiot he'd ever seen, and then said here again. And then I clarified that I meant like before coming here, like in America, because he had a Tennessee accent. Like he didn't sound like he wasn't American. In my defense, I hope that doesn't sound too awful. But yeah, he grew up in Tennessee, which is a state directly west of North Carolina. So, but he's pretty cool. But he, obviously speaks fluent English, so I'm talking Japanese usually. As a matter of fact, pretty much all the Japanese people I've made friends with I was going to say only speak English. Speak English at least mostly fluently. And as well, in the dorm, people tend to mostly speak English. Which, despite the fact that it's only the native language for like, I want to say 8 of us? I think? Out of like, I think there's 45 people living here. 44, 45, excuse me. Had a soda a minute ago. So yeah, somehow that's ended up happening, though I guess Japanese isn't a native language for any of us. Though a lot of the Korean guys and Chinese guys do speak to each other in Chinese and Korean. And we got a couple guys from Africa as well, like spread throughout the continent. And they all seem to have several languages in common, so they just seem to bounce back. Sometimes they'll speak in English, sometimes they'll speak in whatever it is that they speak, because I don't actually know what language it is. Like I've been told, like they've told me what they're speaking, and I can't remember what it was at the moment. So there's that. So for last semester, I placed into level 5. Doshisha has 9 levels, 1 through 9, for Japanese ability. 1 being you don't know anything, 9 being fluent. I placed into 5 the first time, which I think is solely based on the fact that I can read a lot of kanji and write a lot of kanji, know what I mean, as opposed to like any actual ability. As far as my Japanese, reading and writing has improved quite a bit. Speaking, I still have more trouble than I'd like to, but I'm getting somewhere. As far as being able to understand what people say to me, that's gotten leagues better. When I first got here, when people would say things to me, I'm just like, what did you say? I don't understand, really. Like, I'm nodding along, but I don't really get it. Now I'm more or less there. Like, occasionally somebody will use a word I don't know, and I'm like, huh. But yeah, so that's going on. Got into level 5, and took finals a bit ago. And they were a bit rough, but I'm pretty sure I passed. And I'll talk about the classes I took later. Probably for, give me something else to talk about next time. What else did I want to say? I haven't really traveled any. Like I said before, I think I mentioned this already. I was kind of getting settled. The first while I was getting settled in. I mean, I've gone around Kyoto. I haven't really done any of the touristy stuff. I mean, I've slowly radiated outward. There's a shrine across the river that way. Shimogamo Jinja. I bought a omamori there the other day. This one's in Musubi, which is supposed to be like help with relationships, not like not just romantic, but like with friends and etc. Yeah, you're there by a shrine. Excuse me. You're at a shrine, by a thing. I haven't been to any of the big, like, major ones yet, like Kiyomizu-dera and or any of that, or even I've been wanting to go to Arashiyama down in the south, which is it's a mountain with monkeys on the top, and I would like to see the monkeys. but I don't know that I can climb the mountain. But I've got several more months to do that, so that's good. But yeah, the last couple of months for me have definitely been like a settling in and getting used to everything, making friends. I haven't really gone out and done like the things. Gone to karaoke for the first time in my life now. That's fun. We were going every other week up until Christmas, and then they like jacked the prices way up, so we quit going. And then I don't know when. I'm sure the prices have probably already gone back down, but nobody's thought to check yet, so that hasn't happened. What else? Already people are starting to move out. Luckily, only like 2 guys I was friends with have left. I don't think any of the girls I've made friends with, because my dorm is guys only. For the girls, foreigners like me, non-Japanese people. I don't think anyone that I've really ever hung out with is leaving. I know 2 girls from my class. They already left, like as soon as the semester ended. But I think everybody I'm friends with is staying till next semester. I'm pretty sure. Like I said, foreigners wise, a couple of guys in this dorm will be moving out though, which is kind of sad, and a few already have. What else was I going to say? Surprisingly enough, I really haven't had as much time for like reading stuff as I thought. Like I bought a bunch of manga earlier on, and one of the guys who's leaving, he actually just gave me another one. It's on my shelf up there called Aku no Hana, Flowers of Evil, which it looked interesting while he was reading, and I was actually thinking about buying it for myself, but then he told me he was just going to give it to me when he leaves. Excuse me, throat's getting a little bit dry. So there's that. But I haven't really read anything. I bought Mirai Nikki when I first got here, Future Diary. Oh, camera looked like it was tilting a bit, but it wasn't. I bought that and I read that. Excuse me. Most of it before the semester started, but I think I didn't finish it until a few weeks in, like 2 or 3 weeks in. There's that. I've bought other stuff. I actually had to like stop myself from buying more things because it was getting to the point where it was probably going to get really expensive to get it all home. And I've already filled up a shelf. Knowing me, I'm probably going to end up buying more. So hopefully it doesn't cost too much to ship it all home when the time comes. Sorry, I'm a bit sleepy. It's kind of late. What else? I've got a whole semester's worth of stuff to talk about, and I'm drawing so many blanks. I guess I should talk about culture shock kind of things, and adjusting to it, since I never did any videos on that either. Culture shock-wise, there wasn't really anything to be shocked by, I guess. Like, it's not as if I came to Japan knowing nothing about the culture. There are definitely some things that I wasn't expecting. For example, I'm sure a lot of people, when they think of Japan, think of it being as like a really technological and advanced kind of place. A lot of stuff is done like paper copies everywhere, nothing on computer. It's weird. Like when you want to register for classes, at my school in the United States, UNC Charlotte, you go on a website, you log in, you register that way. For Doshisha, you give you a catalog book and a sheet of paper, and then you fill in the sheet of paper, and then you go to talk to the teachers for your level, and they'll sign off on it after, like, you want to take this class and this class might be difficult. Consult with you briefly on the classes, but also don't really tell you anything, which that's how they do that. Or like paying my rent. To pay my rent, which is, how much is it? 34,000 yen a month, I think, right around there. which is less than 3. It's not a 1-to-1 for yen to dollars. Like 1 yen being 1 cent, but that's just how I think of it because it makes my life easier. So when I think 34,000 yen, I think $340, but it's not actually that much. It's probably like 320 something a month for rent. And we don't have to pay for any utilities, electricity or internet. That's all included in our thing, which apparently is not the case for all the other dorms. There's a girls' dorm right down the street called, let's say, Kizuna House, and I think their setup is the same as ours. But there's some other dorms closer to the school, further south, which are apparently make you pay for at least the electricity. I'm not sure about the other utilities, which that kind of sucks. But I mean, $340 not even dollars a month isn't too bad. I've completely lost the thought of what, or the plot of what I was saying. Shoot, what was I saying? I'm drawing a complete blank. Wow. There was some point and I've just completely lost it. Yeah, speaking of the dorm, I will do a tour of the dorm at some point. Another thing I've been meaning to do, I'll just, walk around, show you the downstairs and, what the rooms look like. My room's a bit messy at the moment, so I'm not gonna show it around. Let's see, what else is there? Oh, right, I was talking about culture shock. Wow, I got off topic. So I was talking about paying the rent. Sorry about that. You're probably sitting there like, what is this guy doing? So to pay the rent, I have to they hand me a form. You have to take the form, fill it out, which, really filling it out just is write your address on it and a couple other things. Then you go to the post office, and there's a machine in the post office that's like specifically for this kind of thing. So you put the just the little rent form, and it's like a piece of paper like that big. And you put it into the machine, and it scans it, and it asks you to confirm all the information is correct. Like, are you paying this much money? Yes. Is this your phone number? Yes, and so on. And then you put all the money in. Like, it's got a little receptacle for bills and for coins. And then I was gonna say something, and I've completely forgotten what. Oh yeah, so it does that. It prints out a receipt. They will not consider me to have paid my rent until I bring that receipt to the Office of International Students, show it to them, then they have me sign off on just in a logbook saying that I brought my receipt for my rent, and then they hand me the next month's thing, which I don't know why they couldn't just mail it or something, but whatever. Things like that. Just it's not that bad, but it's just like a random, like, out of the way thing. Or as I discovered, if you want to, so at the end of the semester, when final reports and stuff, the system they have for that, if your teacher asks you to just email it to them, that's fine. But apparently the way the school prefers to do it is rather than like emailing it to them or bringing it to the last class or something like that, you have to go. You can either print it off the website, which I don't have a printer, so I didn't do that. I had to spend 5 yen, which is like not even 5 cents, on a excuse me, on a copy of the sheet from the convenience store underneath, like on the basement floor of the main building, Ryosinkan. So I had to go there, get this little, it's like a half sheet of paper that you staple to your printed out, like, final report. Then I had to fill that whole thing out, bring it to this other room on campus. I had to fill out, like, the rest of the form, bring it to these people. They would check all the stuff on my form was correct, like my name, my student ID number, who the teacher was. You have to write a little synopsis of what your report's about. And then they stamp it, and you take it to another place and turn it in there. Well, I had to take it to another place. You don't always have to. Sometimes they take it to the place where they stamp it. But the point being, that's a thing. for some reason. So that's one little bit of culture shock. I guess another culture shock, and it's going to sound like the most ridiculous thing, is everything like tipping. Tipping isn't a thing here, which is it's kind of nice. Like if you get a delivery driver, if you order pizza, there's no tip at the restaurant. That's helpful. One thing, a lot of people here chose to open bank accounts, and if you got JASO, which I can't recall what it stands for, or what the acronym, like the exact words are, but it's a scholarship the Japanese government gives out that I have a few friends who get. Unfortunately, I didn't, but that's neither here nor there. But if you get JASO, you need a Japanese bank account, which is simple enough to open. But since I didn't get JASO, I didn't bother. I just used my American bank account. Oddly enough, my debit card only works at the ATMs inside 7-Elevens. Nowhere else. Every other ATM I've been to has rejected my card. Which is really inconvenient. Because the other point I was about to segue into is nobody pays for things with like debit card, credit card, and checks here. It's just not. Like the machine at the post office I was saying that you pay the rent at, I don't think it has a card reader. I think you can only use it to pay cash. I'm not positive about that. There might be one and I just never noticed because I don't use it. But, like, I never see anybody pay with anything other than cash anywhere for anything. Like, if you take a cab, well, that's a bad example, but if you take a cab, or really anywhere, they hand you a little tray that you're supposed to put the money in, and there's another change, or a tray with your change. So I guess that's a bit culture shocky, if you will. I mean, mostly, this is gonna sound kind of cliche or whatever, but pretty much everybody's the same as far as, like daily, day-to-day getting by stuff. Like, there's nothing, like, incredibly out there. Like, if you've seen, like, anime at all, you have a rough idea. Though I would caution that, if you think that Japan is anything like an anime, you're gonna be so upset when you get here. And, like, I can't imagine... I want to believe that nobody thinks that Japan is like an anime. But I'm sure somebody, some younger, like, high school kid, middle school kid's like, oh, I want to go to Japan because it's just like an anime. You're going to be real upset. You're going to be real upset. Because it's not. Like, at all. It's just real life somewhere else. But, like, as far as, like, the kind of things that go on, like, stuff to see, like, you're not going to be utterly blown away by it all if you've seen an anime, like, oh yeah, that's how things are. I should probably see. At some point, I would like to do, like, just show off, like, a convenience store or something. The only convenience store I know of that's like this in America is Quick Trips, which I don't even know, like, where all Quick Trip exists at. I just know they have them. There's one right by my house. But Japanese convenience stores kind of seem like Quick Trip, and I'm sure other American convenience stores or other countries are probably not that dissimilar. But, like, when I think convenience store, I think, like, just the little shop with, like, overpriced candy bars and, like, beers and drinks and such. And cigarettes behind the counter attached to a gas station. Whereas Quick Trip, they, like, make and serve food, and places like that are pretty similar to that here. Like, if you go to, there's a couple of major convenience stores. There's 7-Eleven, which America has, though I don't think there's any around North Carolina. Well, no, they did start existing in North Carolina, didn't they? But I've never been to one there. There's Quick Trip, there's Daily Yamazaki, there is Lawson's, and the one I never go to, Family Mart. I think those are the big four. I feel like I'm forgetting one, but yeah. But they've got a little bit of everything. I guess it's kind of like a miniature grocery store. More expensive. Oh, I do like the Daily Yamazaki because they've got, like, a bakery like it's a convenience store slash bakery, and I actually got another churros right here, which good snack. Like have one, have one for breakfast with some coffee or something. There's that. I've finally gotten used to the roads being backwards from America. That's exciting. I mean, I don't drive here, but I mean, I ride my bike to and from school every day, and like whenever I look for oncoming traffic, I always look as if I'm in America, and it's a damn miracle I haven't been hit by a car yet because of it. Because like every time if I'm not consciously thinking, remember, roads reversed, then I just don't do it. I mean, for a while I've gotten better about it by now, but the first like probably up until like December, whenever that would happen, I'm just like, oh yeah, that's right. One thing actually, culture shock wise, that I will say is just a general observation, which I think is kind of interesting. Is not really sure how to. I feel like I wanna not say this one because I don't know a way to word it that doesn't sound. The way I'm backing off from the subject also doesn't sound good. And just a general like way of approaching things that differs between Japanese people and Americans, but that's probably a lot more nuanced than anything I should talk about here. And I'll probably definitely make myself look awful unintentionally, or prove myself to actually be awful, which I hope I'm not. That sounds so much worse. I'm sleepy. I'm rambling at this point. So yeah, but I haven't been making these for a while. But I'm gonna start again. There's gonna be more videos. I'm probably gonna save these up for a while, like not upload them until later. I wanna maybe like do a super cut thing somehow, like stitch a bunch together. I'm not really sure like how I'm gonna do stuff because I had ideas for how this was gonna be before coming here, and then obviously I dropped the ball on that one. But yeah, I'm going to see what I can do to make up for lost time. But yeah, it is. Sorry, I was looking away from the camera. I'm not used to this at the moment. Yeah, I'm gonna call it for tonight, and I'll be back soon. Thanks for watching.